What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about XRP today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 5th day of July. Here we are, 2 days left in the week, about 23 hours, 30 minutes left in this day here. It's a brand new day, $2.22. Down a little bit yesterday, down a little bit on the 4th, 1.6%. Bitcoin was down 1.4%. I think you're holding up nice. Bitcoin drops 1.4%. How much did the average altcoin drop? Let's see. Look at the other chart here. This one right here, yeah. The average altcoin yesterday, if it would load, I also want this on the Binance chart, actually. I like the Binance price better. Others on the daily went down 3.5%. Bitcoin drops 1.4%. The average altcoin in the top 125 dropped about 3.5%. XRP only dropped 1.6%. I think that's good. I think that's holding up. You're showing some resilience there, and we love resilience, man. That's definitely good to see. Overall, I don't know what kind of consolidation phase this is, you guys. It's like you've got a horizontal channel with a fake out, right? It's like I don't know what to call this. What would this be? A bouquet of roses? I don't know. You got your bouquet pattern here. Bouquet. Is it bouquet? However you pronounce it. $2.22 is the price. I would expect that we break out of this bullish bouquet. And we'll likely see some fantastic prices up at about $2,000, $2,000, $2.90, $3 and above there over the coming week, if not over the coming weeks. I am anticipating new all-time highs, or at least something around the all-time highs by the end of this month. Wouldn't surprise me at all if we're up at $4, but time will tell. We'll see how it goes. When XRP gets moving, it likes to move very fast. So I do expect that with all this consolidation that you've had here since the end of May, that you won't just stop here at the golden ratio, right? You stopped here already, and maybe you do, and it's fine if you do, but the reaction to get there is going to be very, very fast, and I would think that you continue upwards to the 786, 886 area, which is roughly about $2.90 to $3.12, something in this area here. That should happen over the next couple of weeks. That's my guess. Either by the end of next week or the following week, you will be there. Consolidate for a little bit, and then going into the end of July, we'll be breaking out. Maybe into August, that'll be when we're seeing new all-time highs, right? Something. So again, end of month, around, if not above, our all-time highs. Going into August, breaking out of this overall long, large, boring consolidation phase that you've been in since really since December. Right, you've got this little blemish here in January, but really you've just kind of been in this area since December. And when you break out of that, you're also breaking out of your massive, massive multi-cycle consolidation phase here that you've been in. And when you rip from here, that's when this kind of pace, this kind of pace, that kind of pace there, this type of pace, that's when that will kick in, right? So end of the month of July, you'll be up around here, if not higher, and then you get this very bullish pace kicking in. I mean, dude, let's just real quick, right? What does XRP do whenever it's in full glory brilliance mode? Let's just see. Okay, what does it do when you get overbought? You haven't been overbought for a while. What does it do when you're making these kind of moves? Right here, you're testing out the waters. You just entered your bear market, so I'm not going to measure this one. From a low to a high, that was 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Okay, 4 weeks. That's about a month, 245%. Here, you got overbought on this week here. So once you got overbought, low to high, 273%. And that was 1, 2, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right? We're not going to count that one, because again, that was like beginning of your bull market, figuring things out, SEC lawsuit news, and then the things you didn't win. Everybody said XRP won, and I was telling people, I'm like, the XRP did not, Ripple did not win. It was a draw. They were found guilty and they were acquitted of things they were accused of, but it was a draw. They did not win. And I'm like, when people realize that, it's going to come back down because they actually were found guilty. But the news, the headlines, they even said it in the articles. I remember saying this. So I was like, they're even telling you that they were found guilty of stuff, but the headlines say XRP beats SEC. It's like they just really don't care about you, man. They just want you to grab your attention. People accuse me of clickbait, but I do my best. I will try and make. I think anybody should, if they're in some kind of publishing media, they should do their best to create titles that are kind of grab you. But I try not to be misleading. If I do like a clickbaity title, I'll put in parentheses, like I'll say Bitcoin's extremely bullish, and I'll put in parentheses at the end of this month, but first we go down, something like that. And if I ever do that kind of stuff, I still try to be clear. Anyways, Maybe I'm just rationalizing myself doing the exact same thing that every other person in media does. But 485%, that was our last move. So pretty big there. And this one, I mean, it doesn't even compare, man. That was 1 week there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks later, 1,500%. 4 weeks later here, this was 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. So 3 weeks here at a minimum, 4 weeks on average, 5 weeks at the maximum. 400%, 1,500%, 200%. That's not really a given average, but if we had to guess, I would say something that's above 245%. Can we all agree, right? So let's assume that XRP does move up here by the end of the month of July. Even if it's higher, that'll only help validate what I'm trying to say here. But let's just say, can we all agree, or maybe if you don't agree, let's just put it at least like $3. Okay, $3, $2.98. Am I being conservative? I think I'm being conservative. Okay, let's say by the end of the month, this is where we're at. August is a 4 week and 3 day month, right? If we were to move up 245%, how much would that be? 245% would take us over $10, okay? Over $10. And people might rationalize, and I've been talking about the price going over $10 for months, guys, right? That's been the expectation for months. People think I'm crazy. I think you're not. I think you're crazy if you don't think that XRP is going to at least $10 by the end of this next move. Sure, I've been wrong about the time frame, but the move itself, we just push the time frame back because we're consolidating. It's the same song and dance we've been singing and dancing to for a while now, but the target remains the same, right? It's unchanged. If anything, we've gotten more bullish on it. 245% on the small end in a 4 week time span. If we are up at all-time highs by the end of the month, or let alone higher, we're only going to be up higher than this probably, right? This is on the low end of expectations. What if we see something like what we got last time? What if it was like a 485% move? You guys, we could be up at $18. We could be at $18 I've done the math on this, comparing the Bitcoin chart to XRP, and what would make sense, being not even overly optimistic, just not pessimistic, being realistic, or at least trying to be. And $17 came up on that multiple ways, and even $19, right? Now I was like, I don't know if we get up that high, but dude, maybe we do. Maybe we do. What if we go higher? You never know. And people are going to rationalize it and say, yeah, but these times here, C-Zar, these times here we're at lower market caps. They were within this price range. Okay, well, I'll raise you one. These times here were all before we had a crypto reserve with XRP's name on it. These times here were, I guess these times here were also with the with COVID and stuff, right? Different things holding it back. It still moved up. We're going to new all-time highs in a multi-cycle consolidation phase, okay, that we haven't broken out of in multiple cycles. Very bullish, predominant bull flag here. We break out to new all-time highs. No SEC lawsuit, right? That's all settled. Crypto reserve status. Right, one of 4 cryptos outside of Bitcoin that's in in a strategic reserve, or is it 5 cryptos? I think there's 5 cryptos total, including Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin's a crypto. It's the Mac Daddy crypto. People, why do the Maxis try to say it's not a crypto, man? It's like, be proud of it. It is crypto. It's cryptocurrency. It absolutely is. Like what? Like, be proud of it. Trying to church it up because you're too pompous to get over the fact that it's actually a cryptocurrency, like whatever. It's the Mac Daddy. It's the king crypto. That's not an insult. But anyways, I don't get it. I don't get the whole. Maybe I'm ignorant, but I think that they're just pompous. But whatever. I'm getting off topic here. All I'm trying to say is crypto reserve status, no SEC lawsuit. XRP is being looked at by several institutions as far as like an investment vehicle goes, and being involved with like the XRP ledger, the Ripple ledger, whatever, and there's all kinds of things going on with Ripple Labs as well, right? And I know that they're not connected, but they're freaking connected, man. How does Ripple get in a lawsuit and then that messes with XRP? Whenever Ripple's lawsuit goes away, that's good for XRP. You know what I mean? Like how does all that happen and they're not connected? They're connected. All this good stuff's going on. We don't have COVID this time. We don't have the DXY pumping this time. We've got Donald Trump in the office and all these other good things. You can't tell me that we're going to see a lesser move than anything we've seen since 2017. If anything, I think we're on the low end with this. It makes so much sense, an immense amount of sense, that we would go all the way up to about $13 or more by the end of August. As long as, and if it's not the end of August, it'll be, let's say, by the end of this move. As long as we're at our all-time high area, as long as we're up above like $3 by the end of this month, I'm infallible. You can't prove me wrong, right? Maybe the time frame will be wrong if we're not up there by the end of the month, but at some point when we do break out, that's where we're going. Next target area. And no, that's not the end of the cycle. We're going all the way up. You guys, end of the cycle, XRP is going to be pushing $100. It probably won't get to $100, but like $70, $80, at least 40 something dollars, right? 40 is like the low end of the spectrum here. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. 70 to 99 makes a lot of sense to me, but I got nothing else, man. I guess this is a long-term analysis video. This is more me rambling and ranting, but happy 4th to the people. It's still the 4th of July for. It's 4th of July where I'm at right now. We're going to go watch some fireworks. It's the 5th on the charts. Expect a boring weekend. Things could be exciting over the weekend. You never know. We could, but I think we're gonna have a boring weekend, and then next week the excitement should kick in. I think there's a lot of big announcements that are crypto friendly that are coming up over the coming weeks, and you know that's actually been validated. We've actually had a lot of news articles come out. I don't have it off the top of my head, but I've read a lot of stuff that's as far as like legislation and regulation goes for crypto. Like we're getting some big stuff coming out actually, being proposed, being passed, whatever. And, you know, this is something that I assumed would happen a long time out. The rumor is going around, and I don't know if it's just a thing that people are saying, but I'll say it too. The rumor that Donald Trump is going to provide no tax on cryptos, on American-made cryptos, right? He's done everything else that he said, maybe not everything else, but I don't think that he's going to skimp out on that. He was at the Bitcoin conference last year saying that he would like to not have taxes on American-made cryptos. XRP is one of them. Hey, I think that's going to be huge. I think it's going to be huge. And he's tactical. He's a smart guy. You don't have to like him, right? Somebody, back in the day, man, I didn't like Donald Trump. You know, back in the first time, I bit the media tit. You know, I fell for it, whatever. Maybe I'm falling for the media tit now, and I'm brainwashed. I don't think so, man. I think I fell for it last time. And I said, Donald Trump's stupid, because that's what the media has you believe, is that he's stupid. And one of my friends is like, he's not stupid. They're like, and I was like, well, he's a bad guy. He's like, yeah, okay, well, maybe you think he's a bad guy, but he's not stupid. Like, you're stupid if you think he's stupid. And I'm like, that's mean. He's like, no, but like seriously, like, and I thought about that. It's like, I don't care if you like him or you don't like him. It doesn't matter. He is a smart guy. He is a tactical guy. He can't be stupid and be in the position that he's in. You can't deny that, right? You're a little bit silly if you think that he is, but understand he's a tactical guy. Getting away from the point that I'm trying to make here, I have to be so damn politically correct because of all these people. Man, I'm probably gonna get flagged for talking about Donnie T too much. The algorithm will get me. But what is it? What was I saying, man? I was saying that he's tactical. He knows, and we've been theorizing this for months, that he knows how markets work and that he's not going to come out with no tax on cryptos while the market's been boring. But when's a perfect time to do that? When the market's robust, when we're pumping, when we're flourishing. And that's just going to add to the mayhem and euphoria. It's a perfect whirlwind, my friends. It's happening now. Going in from here to the end of the year, things are going to be brilliant and glorious and all over the place, man, in a good way. And probably even going into next year as well. But that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, you know, just leave me a scathing comment. I'll read it later, or I might not. I don't know. Don't do the thing if you're leaving a scathing comment where you write a whole passage. I genuinely pick up on it after the first like 5 words, and I just stop reading it. So don't waste your time, right? I'll just write a witty remark, or maybe not even a witty remark, and I'll just make fun of you or something. So if you want to write a scathing passage, go for it. But you're probably falling on deaf ears. I mean, every time I read those things, no, like if you write something that's like mean and short, I see a lot of likes. Like people will like that. I'll get like 13 people will get like 13 likes on somebody talking smack to me in like a one-worded sentence. If you leave a passage, nobody reads it. No, I don't read it. Nobody reads it. Nobody cares to. So conserve your energy for something else. I don't know. Anywho, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe. If you don't like the video, at the very least, don't write a whole passage, or do, but you're just wasting your time. All right, take care. Bye-bye.